if you know your niche, you know that there's certain sayings or certain phrases that people are not using in there, right? And you can actually leverage that. So that right there is my advantage because I know the niche and I understand what's selling. Yo, what's up guys? So in this video, we're gonna talk about how many designs should you make for a trending holiday. And make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Of course, when you're designing for like a trending holiday, let's say for like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, there's all kinds of them, right? And this is exactly what I mean by a trending holiday. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, you know what I mean? And the list goes on and on and on. Now, when you're trying to attack these certain niches, it's very important that you do your research and you also do your keyword research, right? These two things are gonna help you, give you inspiration as you're making designs for whatever products that you're selling online. It can be from KDP books, from line journals, coloring books, t-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, whatever the heck it is, whatever product that you're designing for, right? It's important that you do this because this is gonna give you a better opportunity of making sales. Learning how a niche works and learning how people buy products in that niche, what type of products they want in that niche, it's really important because if you go into there like thinking that people are buying these types of products, you never know what's gonna sell. And also too, like when you're doing your keyword research, certain ideas pop up with certain phrases, right? And this is important that you understand that. You literally just by typing in a general keyword, let's say like English Bulldog, for example, you type in that general, well, dog would be more of a general, but like a sub niche to that would be like English Bulldog. Now there's different types of English Bulldogs, right? There's different colors of English Bulldog. And let's say if you're attacking like a certain trending holiday, like Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day, like, you know what I mean? You kind of get these ideas and you can literally design a leprechaun English Bulldog, or Valentine's Day, there's hearts and Cupid. Maybe you could turn an English Bulldog into like a Cupid shooting an arrow, or something like that, right? There's so many ideas behind this, but it's important that you do your research and your keyword research because this is gonna give you the best opportunity to make your first sale, right? Now, to create less competition for yourself, what I've done, of course, is I outsource a lot of my illustrations, right? And me doing that has created like barely any competition for me personally in certain niches because I know that I have the best design in that niche. I know it's gonna do really well and it's gonna give me consistent sales, all right? And then this applies to pretty much any platform. Is let's say for KDP, for example, like I know I have a really good coloring book in a niche where no one's going to compete with me because it's the best coloring book, right? And that's what my goal was, to be the best coloring book in that niche. And I achieved that and I accomplished that goal, but it takes a creativity, right, behind it, and the thought process and the idea and researching it and all that fun stuff. It just doesn't happen just overnight, right? The process behind it and understanding what the customer wants, right? When they're searching for a coloring book or searching for a t-shirt or searching for a pop socket or searching for a throw pillow, right? You have to ask yourself that. Are customers searching for this on the search bar on Amazon, okay? Or whatever, on Redbubble? Are they searching on Redbubble for this product? Do they want this? Does it look like there's a demand for this? And there's certain tools that you can use out there like Merch Informer, there's Helium 10, and then of course, every single platform has a search bar, and I recommend you using the search bar because it's gonna help you with the ideas and what to create, right? And I'm not saying to copy people's work, right? I'm not saying that. You just have to, like, this is why I recommend you dive into a niche that you understand, because if you understand it and you have done all the research for that niche and you can apply a trending holiday to it, right? You can literally come up with 20, 30, 40 design ideas behind that. Now, how many designs should you make for a trending holiday? What I recommend is when you're doing this type of stuff, it's all about testing, right? It's all about testing at the end of the day. So when you're creating designs, right? If you're in a certain niche and you know that you can come up with 10 to 20 designs for a trending holiday, do it. And then once you start making sales and you can see like, okay, this design sold, you have to ask yourself, why this design sold? How come it sold? Like, who's buying this? And you can just do a Google search and you can see, like, maybe you can find it on Instagram, or you can find it on Facebook, or you can find it in Facebook groups. People are wearing this design on that product because it's a funny saying, or it's an event. People are wearing it to an event or something like that, right? Now, with all the stuff going on in the world, there's not too many events going on, but maybe they're wearing it for like a Zoom call or something, or something like that, right? So if you think about it, when you're making a design for a certain trending holiday, you can test, right? You can create 20, 30 designs. Now, for people like on Merch by Amazon, like in the lower tiers, you can literally go from tier 25 all the way up to tier 500 if you design correctly for certain niches. And the goal is to look for low competition niches with the demand, right? And you can see that this applies back to knowing your niche, right? If you know your niche, okay, and this is important, you know that there's a very big demand, there's a lot of competition in your niche, right? But if you know the niche, you know that there's certain sayings or certain phrases that people are not using in there, right? And you can actually leverage that because you're up to date with your niche and you know it. So like for like video games, for example, like I know that niche pretty well. I play computer games, so I know that there's certain phrases that people are not using that are current to this day that are not on t-shirt designs, okay? So that right there is my advantage because I know the niche and I understand what's selling, right? So that's big. So when it comes to that and you see that you start to make sales after you make your first sale, after you're designing for a holiday, this may be different depending on each niche, right? So English Bulldog, you know, a boxer dog, a poodle, you know what I mean? Each customer is gonna be different in its own way, but it's your job to understand what they like. And then if you give them what they like, it makes it easier for you to make a sale, right? So when it comes to this, literally what I would do is make some designs for a certain trending holiday. Okay, you make 10 to 20. And then if you really wanna go really hard, you can make 40 to 50, right? And then once you see some consistent sellers in that niche, you want to figure out why it's selling, right? Maybe this one has more hearts and it looks more cute, right? And people love that product, right? Love that design on a product. So literally signals like that will help you increase your sales for these trending holidays. Now, mixing the English Bulldog with any of like St. Patrick's Day and all that stuff, or Valentine's Day, Christmas, or anything like that, it's more of like a cross niche, but like there's sub niches in that niche. And I would say, like, so for example, like an English Bulldog, there's different colors, I want to say, of a English Bulldog. So that would be more of the sub niche, and then the cross niche will be more of the English Bulldog mixed with like Valentine's Day or St. Patrick's Day. You know what I mean? Now for people like with Merch by Amazon, like that are in the lower tiers, okay, this can literally, like I said, it can take your account from 25 to 500, you know what I mean? But then also too, it can work against you. So it's kind of like a risk that you have to understand. But if you are successful at it, it'll pay off, right? But if you're not successful at it, it won't pay off, right? And at the end of the day, it's all about testing, and it's up to you, right? If you want to, you know, take that risk and see what happens, right? And it's doable, but it's important that you understand the research, the keyword research, and the niche itself, and you put those together and you create something really awesome. It's a win-win situation. And then once you have a winning design and selling and stuff like that, you want to literally just double down in that niche, right? The cross niche, sub niche, cross niche, right? You want to double down in that and see what else you can do to basically challenge yourself to be, you know, get the number 1 spot, number 2 spot, number 3 spot, number 4 spot. And literally that's how you make consistent sales for trending holidays, right? So that's very important. And also for you people that are working like on evergreen designs, don't forget, if you start working on trending designs, right? Don't forget about your evergreen designs, because that's your bread and butter, right? Don't get caught up in that shiny object syndrome, right? Make sure that you work on what's working, continue to work on what's working. And if you decide to chase a trend, okay, like let's say anything, a trending holiday or something like that, okay, don't forget about your evergreen. Focus on your evergreen and then add this on top of what you're doing. It might take a little bit more work, but think about it as if you're making $3,000 or $4,000 a month right here with your evergreen designs, think of trending holiday designs as like $1,000 bonus or a $500 bonus or a $200 bonus, whatever it is, right? So it's important that you understand that, and make sure you guys watch my other videos right here. Give this video a thumbs up.